Hello friends, how are you? In the last class we discussed about the chemical equation, how to balance the chemical equations, their properties and their limitations. And we also discussed the hit and trial method of balancing of chemical equation. Now let me move to the next topic, which is chemical reaction. Chemical reaction. A chemical change is called chemical reaction. The shortest definition of the chemical reaction. I'm repeating, the chemical change is called chemical reaction. So we can say that the chemical change in any substance is called chemical reaction. The chemical change in any substance is called chemical reaction. Got it? Now the second definition we can use that the phenomena of change in chemical composition, because as you know that in chemical change the chemical composition of substance is changed and their chemical properties are also changed. So we can say that the phenomena of change in chemical composition and properties of a substance is called chemical reaction. The phenomena of change in chemical composition and properties, that is chemical properties of a substance, is called chemical reaction. The chemical reactions are always represented by balanced chemical equation, because as you know that to follow the law of conservation of mass we have to balance the chemical equations. Okay, so the chemical reactions are always represented by balanced chemical equation to follow the law of conservation of mass. The chemical reaction either expressed in two ways. The chemical reactions can expressed into two ways, either in the term of the mass or either in the term of number of atoms. Okay, here I am taking one of the examples of both of them. First, in the terms of mass, the chemical equation is carbon react with the oxygen and make carbon dioxide. As you know, the atomic mass of carbon is 12, oxygen atomic mass is 16, but here two atoms, so 2 into 16, that is 32. So the atomic mass of carbon is 12. The molecular, because that is a molecule, so a molecular mass of carbon is 32. And formed carbon dioxide, in which one carbon and two oxygen, so that is 44. If if I use the gram terms, then I can say that 12 gram of carbon react with the 32 gram of oxygen and form 44 gram of carbon dioxide. The total is 44 and that is 44, so it is balanced following the law of conservation of mass. In the term of the number of atoms, here 2 magnesium, 2 oxygen, 2 oxygen atom, that is 1 oxygen molecule, react and combine to magnesium oxide. I can use that 2 atom or 2 atom of oxygen, or I can also use 1 molecule of oxygen. So I can say that 2 atoms of magnesium react with 1 molecule of oxygen, or I can also say that 2 atoms of magnesium react with the 2 atoms of oxygen, one molecule of oxygen or 2 atoms of oxygen, and make 2 molecules of magnesium oxide. So either we can express in the term of the mass or either we can express in the term of atoms. If we are using the term of the mass, then firstly find their atomic mass or molecular masses and then convert them into the gram. Like here 12 gram, 12 its atomic mass, so 12 gram. Here 32 is molecular mass of oxygen, O2, so 32 gram. Here formed is 44, so 44 gram. Okay, or here the number of atoms or the number of molecules we can use. Okay, now let me discuss the next topic, which is types of chemical reaction. The first thing comes in our mind, that is what's happening in chemical reaction. In chemical reaction, the former bonds, the older bonds of the substances breaks and new bonds between them is formed. Okay, in chemical reaction, older bonds breaks and new bonds are formed. So we can say that a chemical reactions involve breaking of older bonds and formation of new bonds. How the bonds are broken down, or how the new bonds are formed? There are various type of chemical reactions. Mainly these are four. First is addition, second is decomposition, third is substitution, and fourth is double substitution reactions. Okay, now let me start. First, that is addition or combination reaction. The identification of these reaction is two or more reactants combine and make a single product. A plus B equals to AB. That means both of these substances combine and make a single product. That is the identification of these reactions. Okay, so in these, if we consider the definition, then we can say that those reactions in which two or more reactants combine and make a single product, those reactions in which two or more reactants combine and make a single product is called addition reaction. Sorry, there is R, because that is a multiple, so that is R. Those reactions in which two or more reactants combine and make a single product are called addition reactions. Okay, there are various examples of addition reaction. First one is formation of water. Here hydrogen and oxygen combine and make H2O, AB, like this. Second is burning of coal. Let me clear you, this is very important reaction. I think two or three times this reaction asked in paper. Write the reaction of burning of coal. Okay, burning of coal, that means carbon. Burning, that means reaction with oxygen. So carbon combine with oxygen and make carbon dioxide. That is also addition reaction. Burning of magnesium, again burning, that means reaction with oxygen and release energy. Magnesium react with the oxygen and make magnesium oxide, MgO. Again AB. Reaction between the calcium oxide and water, CaO, calcium oxide, which is also called quicklime. When react with the water, it make calcium hydroxide, CaOH twice. Make calcium hydroxide, that is CaOH twice, which is called slacked lime. Which is called slacked lime. Okay. The next example is burning of hydrogenation of ethene gas, CH2 double bond CH2. It is called ethene gas. When hydrogen react in the presence of nickel catalyst, the double bond breaks and one hydrogen attach on both carbon atoms. So the compound formed is CH3 single bond CH3. It is called ethene. It is called ethene. It is ethene. So conversion of ethene into ethene, that is also addition reaction. Clear? Formation of ammonia. Formation of ammonia. Here nitrogen gas combine with the hydrogen gas and make NH3. That is ammonia. Clear? So in all of these, the A combined with the B, that is both reactants, any one of that you can consider that both reactants combine and make a single product. Okay. Second is decomposition reaction or dissociation reactions. In these reactions, a single reactant dissociate or breaks into two or more simple products. Two or more simple products. So we can say that those reactions in which a single reactant dissociate or breaks into two or more simple products are called decomposition reactions. These reactions are just opposite to the combination reactions, because in combination reaction two simple molecules combine and make a complex molecule, but here one complex molecule dissociate and make two or more simple molecules. Okay, so we can say that these reactions are just opposite to the combination reactions, because in these reactions a complex molecule break down into two or more simple products, while in combination reactions two or more simple molecules combine and make a complex molecule. Got it? Now, as we know that any reaction, any dissociation without energy is not possible. That means, or we can say that energy is needed. Which kind of energy is supplied to in these reactions? On the basis of that, we can divide these reactions are further divided into three types. One is therm, which is used for heat, so we can say that caused by heat energy. Second, photo decomposition. Photo means light. Here I am using the light, that is sunlight, or light comes from the bulb, tube lights. That is not our electricity. Let me clear you. Sorry. Second is third one is electrical decomposition. Those which caused by electricity. Okay. Now let me discuss one by one about that. First, thermal decomposition reactions. Those decomposition reactions which are caused by heat called thermal decomposition reactions. Those decomposition reactions which are caused by heat are called thermal decomposition reactions. The example is decomposition of calcium carbonate. It is very important. I think one time or more than one, maybe it asked in people that write the decomposition reaction of calcium carbonate. The calcium carbonate, when it is heated, it decomposes into calcium oxide and release carbon dioxide gas. Okay. Second is photo decomposition reaction, or it is also called photolytic decomposition reaction, or it is also called photolysis. Lysis word is used for the decomposition reactions. Okay. If we consider this definition, then we can say that those decomposition reactions which caused by light energy called photo decomposition reaction. Okay, the example is photo decomposition of silver bromide, that is AgBr. H nu is the sign of light. When sunlight or light falls on silver bromide, it dissociate into silver and bromine. Got it? This reaction is used in black and white photography. It was older method, because now there are digital camera. Here, the negative of black and white photography, there is a layer of silver bromide. When the shutter is open, when we click the button, the shutter is open and light from the object falls on the silver bromide, and where the light falls, the silver bromide dissociate into silver and bromine. So that kind of reaction takes place in black and white photography. Okay. Next one is electrical decomposition or electrolysis or electrolytic decomposition reaction. If we consider this definition, then we can say that those decomposition reactions which are caused by electricity, called electrical decomposition reactions. Okay, those reactions which are caused by electricity are called electrical decomposition reactions. First one is the example. First one is electrolysis, and it is very important. And second is also very important. First one is electrolysis of water. When the electricity with the help of electrodes pass through the water, then it dissociates into hydrogen and oxygen. Okay. The next one is electrolysis of sodium chloride. When the molten sodium chloride, which is in liquid state, in which the electricity passed, then it dissociates into sodium and release chlorine gas. Okay, clear? So these are examples of decomposition reaction. These two and the thermal decomposition of the calcium carbonate are very important for exam. Now the third one is displacement, or we can say replacement or substitution reaction. As you know what is displacement? Displacement means replacing anything. Okay. Here in these reactions, the mechanism of these reactions is here. The one reactant is AB, the second is C. C substitute the B. That means take the place of B, and B is eliminated from the compound. Okay. In these reactions, an atom, less active atom, if we consider the B and C, then C is more reactive and B is less reactive. B can be atom, can be group of atom. Okay. So in these reactions, more reactive atom or group of atom substitute or replace less reactive atom or group of atom from its compound. Got it? So we can say that those reactions in which less reactive atom or group of atoms is replaced by more reactive atom or group of atoms are called displacement reactions. These are few examples related with that. First one is copper sulfate. When react with the zinc, then zinc is more reactive, so it substitute the copper, that means take the place of copper, and copper is eliminated from its compound. Similarly, when copper sulfate is react with the iron, iron is more reactive, so it replace the copper and take its place, that means copper is substituted. Clear? Now there is a very important question which comes three times of in exams. The question is, why the blue color of copper sulfate solution disappear or becomes fade when more reactive atom like iron or zinc is added? That was the question of I think 2014 or 15 paper. Here the answer: the copper sulfate, that is a blue color solution. When iron is added, iron is more reactive than copper. So it displaces the copper and make iron sulfate. Okay, make the FeSO4. Because of the formation of FeSO4, as iron substitute the copper, progressively the color becomes fade or appear to less blue color, or appear to disappear. Finally it disappears, that means all the blue color is removed because of the formation of FeSO4. Okay, so we can say that similar process with the zinc also. Iron and zinc are more reactive elements than copper, so they displace copper from copper sulfate and make respective salt like FeSO4 or ZnSO4. the displaced copper is precipitated, that means removed or deposited in the bottom side, or on the, if there is a iron rod placed in, then it deposited on iron rod. But here we are giving we are adding iron fillings, so it deposited in the bottom side. The displacement of copper and formation of other salt, that means other than copper salt, give fade color or disappearance of the blue color of copper sulfate solution. Got it? Now next one is reactivity series. What is reactivity series? When metal or elements are arranged in the decreasing order of their reactivities, then a long table is formed. Which is called reactivity series. This long table is called reactivity series. There are various metals. To memorize them, there is a one sentence which is पीएससी मैजिंटल ने हाइड्रोजन के छापा मारा. पीएससी मैजिंटल ने हाइड्रोजन के छापा मारा. Here all the English letters are denoting any metal. P stand for potassium, S stand for sodium, C for calcium, M for magnesium, A for aluminium, Z for zinc, I for iron, N for nickel, T for tin, L for lead. And then hydrogen, and then C stand for copper, H stand for mercury, Hg, A stand for silver, Ag, P stand for platinum, and A stand for gold, Au. I'm again repeating: P potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium, aluminium, zinc, iron, nickel, tin, lead, hydrogen, copper, mercury, silver, platinum, gold. That is the decreasing order of their reactivity. The metals above the hydrogen are more reactive, while the metals which are below the hydrogen are less reactive. Out of these the potassium, sodium, calcium, they are most reactive metals. While the silver, platinum, gold, these are least reactive metals. These are also called noble metals. Okay. Now the questions come in our mind that what is the importance of reactivity series? The direction of the substitution reaction, that means which element can substitute the other. Okay. The direction of the substitution reaction determined by this series with the help of reactivity series. The metal which is placed above, higher in the reactivity series, is more reactive than the metal which is placed below it. The higher, which is more reactive, below or lower, which is less reactive. So the above metal can substitute the metal which is below it from its solution. Okay. The direction of substitution reaction determined by this series. The metal which is placed higher in reactivity series is more reactive. It can replace the metal which are lower than its in reactivity series, that means less reactive. For example, there is a solution of FeSO4 and magnesium is added. Here if we consider that is iron and that is magnesium. Since magnesium is placed higher, so it is more reactive. It is more reactive than iron. So it can substitute iron from its solution, from its salt solution. So magnesium easily substitute the iron and make MgSO4, and iron is substituted. One more type of question can be asked on the basis of these. Which Gier reaction is possible? First is CuSO4 plus Fe and second is FeSO4 plus Cu. Which can substitute? Can iron substitute the copper or copper from the iron? The answer is given by reactivity series. The element which is above placed higher is more reactive. Here copper that is placed below than iron. If we consider the copper and iron, then iron is above higher, that is more reactive, while copper is below side, that is less reactive. So copper is less reactive while iron is more reactive. So iron can substitute the copper from its solution and make FeSO4 plus Cu. But copper which is placed below, that is, it means that is less reactive, cannot substitute iron. So this reaction can possible, but this reaction cannot possible. Got it? Now let me discuss the fourth type, that is double substitution, double displacement or ion exchange reactions. In these reactions, two reactants exchange their ions, or we can say in these reactions the atoms or group of atoms of both reactants displace each other. They displace each other. Got it? That's why the keyword is AB plus CD. D is replacing B and B replacing D. AD plus CD. Now consider the definition. Those reactions in which atom or group of atoms of both reactants displace each other mutually. That means this atom of this or group of atom of this substitute atom or group of atom of this. Okay, and new products are formed called double substitution reactions. Or in other words, we can say those reactions in which both reactants exchange their ions and make new products are called double displacement or ion exchange reactions. To understand it, let me discuss two examples of that. First one is CuSO4 plus 2NaOH equals to CuOH twice Na2SO4. To understand this mechanism, we can consider that in solution, the CuSO4 dissociate and make Cu plus 2 and SO4 minus 2 ion. Similarly, NaOH dissociate and make Na plus and OH negative ions. Now, they exchange their ions. The sulfate combine with the sodium and OH1 negative, that is hydroxide ion, combine with Cu copper plus 2 ions. Hence, now it is formed CuOH twice and Na2SO4. Here that was, now that. Here NaOH, here Na2SO4. That means they exchange their ions. Got it? Similar example, second example is also like that. AgNO3 plus KCl equals to AgCl plus KNO3. Here again, silver nitrate dissociate and give silver plus nitrate ions. Potassium chloride dissociate and give potassium and chloride ions. Now they exchange their ions. Now silver combine with the chlorine and potassium combine with the nitrate and make AgCl and KNO3. Hence the product are AgCl and KNO3. So these are the four types of chemical reactions. First one was addition or combination, in which two reactants combine and make a single product. Second was dissociation or decomposition, in which a single reactant breaks into two or more products. Third is displacement, in which an atom or group of atoms which is less reactive, it's substituted by atom or group of atom, another atom or group of atom which is more reactive. And fourth is double substitution, in which atom or group of atoms of both reactants displace each other, or we can say the reactions in which both reactants exchange their ions and make new products. So that are four type of chemical reactions on the basis of bond formation and bond breaking. After that we will discuss slow, fast reaction, reversible, irreversible reaction, oxidation, reduction in next classes. Hope you like it. Thank you.